Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Today we have Renzo, featured guest. We also have Chima.
Hi.
Chima, do you have any rants before we start?
Rants?
No?
I
Okay.
did. I did, but I forgot.
So today we have a special guest named
A
Renzo.
very special guest.
Oh, man.
Super special guest.
Oh, starting off
100% special guest.
Woo,
you know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So.
Oh, another thing.
Okay.
Thank you, Renzo, for letting us record in your DIY studio.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
most definitely. Welcome.
What's funny is that the room has colored lights, I guess.
Yeah,
and
there's
they're
some colored
changing
lights
every 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I wish you guys could see this right now. It's changing from purple to green.
Well, I don't
to
even
red.
know what color this is, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is like some lavender right
We
now.
vibing out. We getting the vibes all. Energy's all good.
Speaking of which, so before we started this podcast, we tried to do a 3 microphone system, but we couldn't due to technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Today is a bad luck day or something's going on
Weird
today.
Sunday.
all of our mics
Weird
are
Sunday.
Weird Sunday.
It's a weird Sunday. Yeah, I don't know what day.
Super weird Sunday,
What's
but
doing? Yeah.
but the so if me and Jerm are sharing one mic and Renzo has his own mic, so if the quality is not as what you are accustomed to, then you can just turn this off right now.
or you could buy me a mic. Send it at what's your address, Chima?
It's just send it to the Hideout Podcast. At
No, your actual
Hideout.
address. Just give me your address.
Oh my. Oh.
Yeah, so they
PO
can ship
box.
Oh, the Hideout at Hideout Street.
Donate to the charity. Yo. Donate to the Hideout charity.
If the quality is not as good as it is, sorry about that. But it's just bad luck day today. But okay, so
Can you
yeah, today is a special day, like I said.
Oh man. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this again. Actually,
Okay.
today we have a very special guest.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say it one more time. It's a very
Hey.
special guest.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting for the call, man.
So I've known this dear friend of mine right here. His name is Renzo, by the way.
Oh yes.
Renzo.
Yes.
So wait, Renzo is your real name?
Birth name. Yeah.
It's your
No
birth
way.
name.
It's a birth. Yeah. It's
RENZO?
Zio. Yeah.
What?
Renzo
I
Atienza.
thought that was like your
nickname or
nickname or something.
Yeah, a lot of people do. They think it's from Lorenzo, but
Lorenzo, yeah.
I'm named after, if I got it correctly, a Brazilian MMA fighter.
Oh,
he
what?
was like the first winner or like the first champion in
Brazilian
in
MMA?
yeah, and like
What?
something.
So your parents actually came up with that.
Yeah,
they,
my dad was.
They saw the fighter. And
Yeah, they were like inspired from that. I don't know if it was like from just like him being famous or if it was like a newspaper that day, but that's where they got the
Okay.
inspiration. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I've known Renzo for a very long time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't
For
know
a very
how-
long time?
I don't know how many years now. It's been
Too long.
I've
too
only
long.
known
It's too
Renzo
long.
for about a year or two.
Yeah, about
Oh, really?
about a year. Yeah.
But I must have not seen you for a long time, maybe within like a big year
Yeah.
gap or so.
Yeah, year
Yeah.
gap. Yeah, because I think the last time we met up was when we tried to.
This could-
Yeah, I know the color.
Dude, I wish,
we're vibing.
I wish you
light-
guys could see this. This light is making us feel some type of way.
When,
Yeah.
when it turns like dark, but
Yeah.
like very color, like oh my god,
Yeah, like right
it's
now.
turning like I don't even
Super
pink,
dark
magenta.
Deep,
I don't even
deep
know.
pink.
I could turn down the intensity.
No,
for
no,
you.
no.
Oh, no.
okay.
I love
Can
the
you turn it up?
intensity.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's turn it up.
Right
No,
now
we
it's super
turn it up.
blue.
I love the intensity. But yeah, like I said, I've known Renzo for a long time. And the reason why I'm saying he's such a special guest today, it's because the fact that Renzo is a music producer, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah.
Audio master.
Audio,
wouldn't you
yeah,
say?
Engineer.
certified engineer,
Certified
artist.
engineer.
You know.
So you
film
really actually
producer, yeah.
you went to school and got like your
Yeah.
audio degree and
Yeah.
things like that. So
It's-
what was that like?
So
What was
I
that?
went to a school. It's called SAE, which stands for Sound of Audio Engineering.
Okay.
I went to the one in Los Angeles, and
Yeah.
you get a certificate for audio engineering.
Yeah.
So, but it's like maybe a year-long program.
Okay.
So, you could retake classes if you need to.
Yeah.
Ooh,
But
I
if
like
you,
that.
yeah. So like some people take like the third mod or like the fourth mod again
Yeah.
just to re-up. But
Okay.
essentially you can do the year and you get your
So
certificate.
like you go to class and then they teach you like music notes or
Yeah.
like-
Well, it's not necessarily like music production. It's more audio engineering. Sound and
a lot of computer stuff.
Yeah, exactly. How to engineer gear.
Oh, I think you invited me to the
studio session.
The studio session.
Yeah, that's
before.
when we recorded our. So me and Chima, we have an unreleased track, from back in the day, We used to.
How embarrassing is it? Is it bad?
Well,
no,
it's fire.
Pretty legit.
It's fire, yo.
I mean, I would release it, but I don't want to start another California wildfire.
Oh man,
we already have too many of those.
The
firefighters got to give them a break sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Chima Loki doesn't want it to come out. He doesn't want. He's like, yo, Renzo, can I get that file?
Yeah,
though?
Get that file just to
delete it.
I will say
he goes to the ocean and throws it.
Yeah. I will say though.
Yeah.
Girl needs some boba.
Oh yes.
Girl, you want some boba? Let's just leave it at that.
What is that? I don't
well,
get
it's a track, unreleased track. Girl wants some boba. That's that's all you need to know right now.
Right now.
That's all you need to know.
Sounds pretty explicit.
But
we kind of just did it just for the shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. It was just like to test out the mic. So
it was pretty sick.
You went to his school, you said?
Yeah, I went to the. So for those listening, I went to Renzo's school, just to visit. And there's like multiple studio rooms.
Nice.
Like legit studio audio recording rooms.
Does it look like they have a lot of foam and everything, or what?
Yeah,
they have like foam. These wood panels.
Oh yeah.
For like acoustics. Yeah.
But there's like small ones, individual ones. There's also big ones. That I think some had like some piano. Was there a piano in there in one of them? Or instruments?
you could rent out instruments from there. So like they give you these booths to produce, but then there's also vocal booths to like strictly record or like record a band.
Yeah. So I went in there and it was pretty legit.
Yeah.
It was super legit record studio. But the thing, me being a freak and all, what I was thinking.
It was the people that attend the school? Are you talking about the girls? Or?
Oh no, not just the girls, but how easy is it to just bang it out real quick in one of those rooms and then
because it has to be quiet and and I mean
you can't even hear anything either.
Yeah,
in those
and
rooms.
privacy.
You can scream as loud as you want.
Yeah, you could be thumping.
So how can you get like not music wise, but okay.
Well, what's I don't know if it's like if I should talk about it now, but crazy things go in that room, go
really?
down in those rooms.
Okay, go. Just go for a start.
Yeah.
So like,
what's the craziest one?
So like, for instance, when you book one of those rooms, the only thing you can do is record in that room. So you got to set up like a soundproof situation. So what you do is you put blankets over, you like hang that up, set up like a
you have
fort.
to do it yourself.
So there's no like security guard walking around.
Well, I mean,
excuse me, what are you doing in there?
There was. See, the thing is, I went when it was kind of just starting when they moved.
Yeah.
They were at an older location, but then they moved recently. So their whole management was just still changing.
Okay.
And they had people going through, but it wasn't like tight. So like once you set up like blankets over that door,
that's it.
There's only a window on that door. Everything else is just walls.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a wrap.
You could just blast music. So like, there's people, man, that just like.
Oh yeah, you can blast music then, huh?
So when they have like rappers come over and have like the girls, like shit goes down, man.
Oh my gosh.
Like, shit goes. I mean, you can't smoke in there essentially though, because there's smoke detectors, but like. People get like
so it's legit so from what I've been watching on TV. I know not everything on TV is real, but these rappers having these recording sessions, they always got females going through, and then they just bang them out like in the recording studio. It's all good.
How do you get one of those rooms, by the way?
In a professional studio, like wise, like just to go into like one of those like big places, right? It's you have to know places, and two, you have to have money. So that's mainly the main.
Well, I mean, like for school though.
For those
you can't just walk in there and.
No, you have to rent out time.
Okay.
So you have to
there's
plan
like a schedule.
You have to plan in advance.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have to pay.
No, this one you have it. You can do as long as you want. You just have to be the first one there. Oh, there is a time limit, like 5 hours max.
But, that's a lot of time.
Is it possible?
Yeah.
To do a podcast in there.
Not
just any podcast. Yeah. The Hideout Podcast.
In one of those rooms.
Yes.
Yeah.
See if that's
is there like question. A table in there, some chairs? That's all we need.
And
we just need a table.
And do we have to be students?
You do have to know someone in there to sign you guys in.
All right.
Like how I knew Chima.
Yeah.
That was one thing. But the other one is that they have big rooms, but there's nothing in it. So you have to
bring your stuff.
Bring it in, or you have to rent it out. But they don't have like tables you can rent. So it's like, it's weird. They have audio rooms, but it's just like
it's crazy because when Chima and I do these podcast, we always have to set up a table, chairs, 2 tables if anything. Mm-hmm. You see Chima, he starts like sweating, carrying all this heavy at his house, right, Chima? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because so we were looking at, you know, temporary recording studios like to rent out, or sessions. Yeah, I've seen some of them. $90 an hour. To record. Yeah. But the thing is, they give you the equipment.
They do. Yeah, you can rent it out. Yeah. It's all. Well, are you trying to use that? Is that the main like goal? You want to rent out one of those rooms?
Well, the main goal right now is just to have like a legit, you know, set up. Yes, a legit spot that we can all go to. Just hey, meet right here. Meet at the Hideout. Yeah. And then boom, that's what it is. Yeah. You know, with foam. I'm thinking foam walls. I'm thinking, you know, big ass table. Yeah. Germ Studio back in the day. That was it. But unfortunately, the police had to kick us out because
it was too fire.
Yeah, it was too fire. It was too much. Like the fire department kept coming through and be like, "Hey, this is too much." They know us already.
Spontaneous combustion.
Oh god, Jermain Chima, Jesus. But so what got you like into music? Well, okay, for those listening, this is gonna be sort of a music themed podcast. You know, if you love music, you know, if you love your country music, if you love your hip hop, rock, whatever. You know, this might be the podcast for you. But
what is your like genre? I guess,
yeah, what's your genre of music that you make?
If I would have to categorize it, it would be like urban, but then mainly hip hop. Okay. Yeah. I dabble into other genres. You know, I dip my finger into a couple of the pots, but it's just mainly like the vibe I can produce, because it's one thing to like have a mind of a project, and it's one thing to translate that into the computer, right? You know what I mean? It's just whatever I feel, honestly.
So do you mess with rock at all?
Oh, I mean, I would like to. Yeah. There's a lot of I'm not musically talented. Like musically, I don't have any knowledge to it.
Like instruments wise.
Yeah, I have no music theory at all. Yeah. So
even like, rapping's probably hard, right?
It is, especially freestyling. So like I only know as much as I know just based off the years I've been producing. Right. So
experience.
I don't know any like chord progressions by heart, or like I don't know anything like that. So I would like to, but there's a lot of training I need to get involved with. Okay. And I feel like there's also a lot of music I need to divulge myself in before like I start, because like I don't want to produce a whack rock track,
and you still have to find your own style.
Exactly.
Because back in the day, you know, I listened to I remember when I was in what do you call it, elementary. And I can't even think what. I was in elementary, and the first time I heard of the first time I remember hearing music or hip hop was Eminem, and we're gonna get into him later on. But the first time I was listening to was Eminem, and at the time I didn't like hip hop that much, actually, because I wasn't feeling it. And so middle school came around. And my friend introduced me. He was like, "Hey, Chima, so he's selling CDs."
Oh my god! Wow, okay. He's really hustling out the backpack.
Yeah, he was.
Damn. Wait, is this middle school? When was this?
Middle school. Oh, okay. This isn't the same guy that stabbed me with a pencil.
Wait, you got stabbed by a guy with a pencil?
Well, yeah, not all. So I mentioned this in the previous podcast, but long story short, I thought this guy was playing.
He owed money.
Yeah, I owed money to this guy who I got a CD from, and he cornered me in the bathroom, and he tried to stab me with a pencil.
Yo, what are you saying? Where's my money? He made contact.
Yeah, he made contact with my forearm.
Yo, that's crazy.
But he was just like poking him friendly in a way, I guess.
Nah, he was.
In a way, that's like a poison knife. You know what I mean?
This dude was straight gangster. And because he was so gangster, like this guy was in middle school.
Yeah, you should have fought him, man.
Like, I should have fought him. Oh no, dude! Like
he should have grabbed that pencil. And
he was way smaller than me, but he had this aggressive what do you call it? Aggressive nature about him. Where he just fights anybody. Oh, no. He's like a short little Wolverine that just fights
there's small dudes that will fight the biggest dudes.
Yeah. Man. And when I saw him at graduation, I mean, he didn't graduate with us, but when I saw him at graduation, he had like a face tattoo and everything. I was like, he's like in middle school. I was just like,
so it was getting worse and worse for him, or what?
I don't know, because when I was talking to him, he was like, "Hey, Chima, what's up, man?" Like he was happy to see me. Like he was genuinely happy to see me. Yeah.
Maybe he just wanted his money, man. He took someone's money.
I know, maybe that's my fault.
You don't play with people's money.
Yeah, that's right. I thought he was playing around. You know, I said, "Oh man, I got you back." That's what he was saying.
But if he got you hard enough and with like the lead, he could
kill me.
He could kill you, right?
Yeah.
So that's like a damage. That's like a poison tip blade right there.
Yeah, it's a poison dagger.
Yeah, it's a poison dagger right there.
Poison dagger.
Man, but died by lead poison.
But back to what I was saying.
Oh, yeah.
So my other friend gave me a CD, and the CD he gave me was Slipknot.
Oh man!
Now for those listening, Slipknot is a very like metal, hardcore rock band.
Yeah, is that their genre too?
I think their genre. It's called nu metal.
Oh damn!
Yeah, nu metal. There's like all types of metal.
And these dudes wear like crazy,
crazy masks. Yeah. And there's like 8 of them in a band.
Oh, there's 8. I thought there was only like 4 or 5.
No, there's a lot of them. There's 8 of them in the band. There's like 3 drummers or 2 drummers.
You guys should look them up and see what the masks look like.
Yeah, if you listen, look them up.
Slipknot.
But I listened to Slipknot, and for some reason that resonated with me.
Really?
I don't know why. And then Limp Bizkit, this blend of hip hop and rock, that resonated with me even more. And I remember going in Target, and the Limp Bizkit song came up on the radio, and I just ran to it. I just ran to the aisle. I was like, what is this? What is this? And then what is this radio station? The radio station is 106.7 KROQ, the world famous K-Rock. And then I listened to that.
Ooh, saw that? Is that sponsor? What's going on here?
I've been practicing. One day I'm going to be, just...
That's what I like. I like to hear that. Yeah.
But, so I listened to 106.7 KROQ, the world famous K-Rock, and... From then, that introduced me to more rock music. And then when I got into high school, I got into the whole emo phase, the emo scene phase of rock music where the girls like...
I didn't know that music until I met my first like girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she showed me all of this like...
Yeah.
Like Scary Kids, Scaring Kids.
Yeah, Scaring Kids, Panic at the Disco.
Panic at the Disco. Yeah. I still listen to them, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, their whole... genre, the whole brand kind of just their whole tone changed sort of.
Did you start dressing like that, like emo? Kids? Like
see, I went to a predominantly black school.
Oh shit!
So if I if I wore that
roasted
shit, if I wrote that shit, look at that boy with his game.
But you seen those kids where like their hair is like
it's all tilted to the side,
and tight pants. That's when tight pants probably just started too.
Did you ever paint your nails? Like
paint my no. I was just
toenails.
I just
yeah, no one's gonna see that, but he knows. He's confident inside, yo. He's like,
if it could help you,
Yeah. Now the whole emo thing for me was just me just typing out these emo quotes on MySpace, and that was it. She left me for another, then I'll be another, and then I was just cringy, just emo stuff.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was actually you and our friend Mel that introduced my love back into hip hop. Hey. And the artist you guys sent me or let me listen to was Kendrick Lamar. Oh, and it was I think the song was called "Waiting for Detox."
Oh,
dang! Wait, how old is this? Is this like fresh Kendrick?
Fresh Kendrick.
Barely.
Yeah. This is fresh Kendrick.
Like,
fresh Kendrick Lamar. And this was a banger. I just love the beats and everything like that. And then from then on, Juicy J, 3 6 Mafia,
there we go.
All these bangers, and then that's just how I fell in love with just hip hop. I just like there's some music where you just can just go stupid, and then you just don't think about anything. That's
the best music sometimes. It's just emotion.
Yeah,
like, there's no logical thought. It's just
exactly
ass, titties, ass. I wanna fuck the club up now. Yeah, man.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah,
it's crazy.
So that's how I got into this whole music thing, my love for music. So what made you start your love for music? What made you want to pursue this career down like music?
Well, it's crazy too because before, like when I was a kid, I didn't really have a musical direction. Like I never really I followed like everything on the radio basically.
Like what about your parents?
My parents, well, my dad is a musical like god. He knows like everything, but his main is like classical and.
But does he like play instruments and sound produce?
He doesn't. He's just an audio head.
Okay, he just happens to like.
Yeah, he knows. He has like a bunch of records and all that.
Yeah.
But, like what it was for me is specifically for hip hop was my cousin Kyle. Hey, shout out Kyle.
Oh, hey
K-Day,
Kyle, what up?
K-Day all day. But he's literally the one. When I would meet up with him, he would play all this like Tupac, Biggie, and like Nujabes. Is it Nujabes, right, or Nujabes?
I don't know, man.
It's like
I would say
Nujabes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like tomato.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's actually Stussy though.
Oh, is it?
I think it's actually Stussy.
Hey, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Stussy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Kyle was mainly the main influence.
The main driving force.
He had like a hard drive like always around his neck, because back then you could carry like a hard drive, thumb drive.
Hard drive around your neck.
Like a necklace or on his lanyard. Oh. Because back then we used to always have the lanyards.
Wait, so he would give you these hard drives and you would just
no. When he would come through, he would like put it into like the Xbox or the computer
and then just like
play it, and then I would copy it. Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And then he put me onto techno, like trance.
Yeah,
specifically.
I love trance.
Trance.
Yeah. It was the Tupac songs the Tupacs and Biggie songs that he would show me is what really got.
So what was like the first thing that you bought that you remember from when you're starting your whole music thing? Because I remember you used to DJ, right?
Yes. Yeah. So a lot of myself with my own money.
Yeah.
I think the first one I actually did was...
the first thing that you ever messed with.
Oh, mess with.
It could be like a turntable.
Yeah,
it could be
my first one was the turntable.
The turntable?
It was because I used to, like you said, I used to DJ before.
Yeah.
And then when I would DJ, I used to, like, in my bedroom, just throw on instrumentals. And then I would take, like, Juicy J acapellas and, like, chop it up with, like, cue points. And then just, kind of make beats. Like tracks, out of those, and then from that I got into beats, and I was like, I could like do something like if I got more serious into it.
Yeah.
So it was just from then on, I was like, I just loved the joy of creating.
Just
the
beats
discovery.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, just like making something.
Yeah. So you ever like DJ in a club or anything like that?
Not
or like at parties or something?
I used to I used to DJ like as a kid, like maybe like 13, 14 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. And I used to do like like school dances.
Yeah.
And
that's crazy.
Yeah, school dances, but it wasn't like anything major. It was just like because I used to go to like schools that didn't have that many kids, maybe like 500 max.
Okay.
Yeah, these were like charter schools. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like.
So you DJ at like their prom or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I only went to like back then. It was like for middle school, so it would be like middle school dances, and then like it would be like in high school there was one where it was like a homecoming.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just like something like that. But
so what do you remember what you played? Like, did you play like slow songs or bumping songs?
I had to. That's the one thing I didn't like about DJing is I had to censor a lot of my songs. Because one thing I understand now, it's like a school, but so I can't play Back That Ass Up. But so like it's that. I get it. So it's just one of those things where I kind of got tired of it in a sense of like turntable mixing DJing.
Wait, so you don't do this anymore?
I don't do this for like gigs.
But so you just want to make your own music?
Yeah. So I mainly do like DJ sets. So in the sense of artists. So like I'll be the ones who like start the track up. Or be like, drop that beat, something like that on a stage, like what Chima saw my shows. So it was like that, but nothing like mainly, like mixing in a club.
Is it kind of like a DJ Khaled?
Almost, because it's crazy too. He actually spins, which is the
really?
He was actually a DJ before anything.
He was
a radio DJ.
He doesn't just.
He's like a DJ Khaled then, but not like annoying.
It's crazy too. DJ Khaled says he produces, right? But in a sense he does, but he's not the one specifically making the notes or the music notes. He has a team behind him, so he is the producer. Like,
producer is the one that's just creating, like the boss almost.
Exactly, you're the overseer.
He brings in Rihanna, and then he brings in Chima.
Right. Me and Rihanna just be in the studio.
I think it's exactly
no
like
work
a
would
movie.
be done. No work would be done if imagine.
That's funny.
What were you saying, Jim?
Oh no, like Rihanna.
Oh yeah.
But producers are mainly the ones. Like in like in music industry wise.
Yeah.
The people who oversee.
Yeah. So like movies too.
Yeah, movies too. Exactly.
So, but is the producer the only one making the music, or can he have like some lackeys? Like, hey, make this beat for me, or make this track for me.
Yeah. So basically, that's basically what they do. They say like, make these beats. Yeah. And like, and then he'll give his own input, and then he'll say like, it should sound. Let's sound a little more like this. Yeah. All that, and then he'll change it up, and then he'll send that out to like artists. Okay. But what the artist that made the beat would do, he would either sign his rights or he would sign a percentage rights. So like he'll get percentage every time that song gets played. Yeah. Or he would just sign his rights for like, let's say $10,000, so he doesn't have to get paid every time it gets played. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's like either buy him out now or give him a percentage. Like either it could work either way too. It's music industry. I don't know.
Yeah, it's always different. Yeah. So have you ever made, I guess, beats for someone?
Yeah, other than my team, I have, but nothing like with a contract.
You have a team?
Nothing with a contract.
Yeah, I do. Nothing with a contract, and I do have a team.
Who's your team? Shout them out.
Yo, shout out ghettomindsatplay or GMAP. Yo, shout them out. It's all filled with me, Malik, Andre Wander, and Outer Space Chase, aka Chase Windu.
Hey, Chase Windu?
Yeah. I like that too.
I like that.
But he's now Outer Space Chase now.
Outer Space Chase.
Yeah,
I like Chase.
Yeah, I still like Chase Windu.
Yeah, no, both names are dope, but it's us four mainly. I'm the in-house producer and also like engineer. Yeah. But my team also produces too, like Kadeem, Malik, he produces. Okay. And we just kind of like help each other out in that sense.
Okay. Yeah, because
it's like it's like helping each other.
I remember. I went to one of your shows for the first time.
Oh.
One of you guys' shows.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Chima, bro. Hey, shout out to Chima
Who went?
For supporting through. Yo, hey, thank you, whoever went. You know what I mean? Shit. Hey, no, but for real, thank you for everyone. But Chima went. No also, my cousin Charlie, too. He's the brother of my cousin Kyle. Yeah. They both went. And it was funny, too, because they went. They originally told me to show people that we were gonna start around like 8ish, but we didn't end up starting till like maybe 9:45. Yeah.
So you play at these shows. What is it?
Yeah, it's basically like a venue. So the one where we had Chimo was at, it was called the Whiskey Go Go. Okay. And that's the one we're having next to on the 26th. We're opening up for You God from the Wu-Tang Clan. You feel me? Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna be we just get those venues and we just perform like that.
Yeah. So it's pretty lit, like a club.
When I went to that venue, right? So let me just
hold on. What did you wear? First of all, what you wear to the club?
You know, I came up with my Puma jacket. I came up with my hunted hat. Okay. I came up with a black T-shirt like I always wear. Yeah. I came up with these shorts, these champion shorts. Dude, so when I was so let me say this. When I was in there, I felt like, man, I should be wearing some more stuff, man. I should be wearing gold.
How were they dressed? What were they dressed like?
Okay. So let me say this. You know, I'm not shitting on anybody.
This is a hip hop club.
Well, no.
What is it?
So the Whiskey Go Go is mainly it's a world famous like venue. Like people been performing there. I think if I'm not mistaken, the Rolling Stones have performed there once, but it's mainly a rock venue. They recently been doing hip hop venues. Yeah. But they kind of do it in a sense of they'll have a hip hop act and they have like anyone open. So the demographic at this show specifically was kind of weird in a sense.
Yes,
it was different. So I love weird.
Let's get into it.
It was weird. Okay. So when I got in there, you know, you see people of all ages. Yeah. Old, young. I'm pretty sure there was a couple of high schoolers there. Yeah. And those there's
high schoolers?
It was all ages. Event.
Is there a bar though?
There is a bar. Okay. Yeah. So they'll give you a
if you want to drink, you have to give them your ID and then you have to have a stamp on your hand. Right. Okay. So when I got in there, you know, I just see all types of people, high schoolers, old guys, middle-aged guys. That's funny. And you know, during the first acts, there was this. I remember the first act that was there. We were me, Charlie, and some other people, and Renzo, I think. Mm-hmm. We were all watching this guy. I forgot his name though, but
I think his name is Josh.
Why are you guys laughing?
Well, his name is Josh Play. Right? Yeah. And let's just start off with the fact that he had a T-shirt on with no sleeves. Yeah. And the sleeves his T-shirt was cut to where the armpit was cut to his.
This is like ribs.
Belt. Yeah, like his belt. Okay. So his whole side was like showing in like a V form, like in a V type.
Okay. So he was going for that white boy gym bro type thing going on. But his style of music was interesting because he blended some rock music with his own style, which was interesting. But he was taking like samples from other
he was doing like covers, like covers.
But it was rock or hip hop. Or both.
It was kind of like both. Yeah, it was like a mixture of like pop, like everything that was happening now.
I felt kind of bad though. I mean, if you're listening to this, what's his name?
Josh Play.
Josh Play. I mean, I don't think he'll be listening to this, but anyway, if you ever somehow come across this, you know, you good, man, you cool. It was just the crowd wasn't really vibing too much. I mean, there wasn't too many people there to begin with for his act.
For his thing too.
Was he before like pretty early like the first?
Well, he was the first act, and that's the thing about first acts is there's always that curse of being the first act. It's like you always got to start it off. You always got to, and for him to like. What he did at that moment, like as in carrying the energy, he did like what he could.
Yeah, he did,
and he did. Pretty
he was hyped and everything.
Yeah, he was hyping.
He threw out T-shirts. He gave out free T-shirts.
When he threw out T-shirts, dude, I saw this old guy. He just trying to snatch it from these high schoolers. I was like, whoa, what is going? What are you doing?
Old dude.
He's an old guy, older guy.
It's crazy.
I was like, what are you doing?
So what else about this club?
So this venue, it had like a upstairs where you can sit and like look down at the people on stage, but that place was filled. Like everybody was sitting down up there. Yeah. So me and Charlie were just on the dance floor talking with Renzo and some of his crew, and so after Josh's act, there was this other act that came up. She was pretty sick, dude. She was awesome. BVBY Tulip.
Yeah,
I think that's her name.
But see what I from what I saw at that performance is that she didn't do like anything live. It looked.
Oh, it was recorded.
Like it was all recorded.
So she was acting.
And she was just
just lip syncing.
Yeah, lip syncing. Yeah.
What do you think about that? What do you think about artists that lip sync?
Lip sync. I mean, it all depends on which realm you're in. Because when you talk about like Beyonce pop and you have like the Super Bowl performance, I'm not saying she lip syncs, not at all. I'm just saying, but like when you have such heavy obligations to make sure everything goes right. Yeah. There's I wouldn't blame them for doing that in some parts, but as in a whole performance, lip singing, that's something that's like an artist shouldn't do, I believe.
Have you seen Mariah Carey's?
Exactly, and then like she's like
crazy.
sings
off.
Have
you seen that,
Chima? Yeah, and she gets mad.
She
that's weird. I don't understand.
Mad. She's like, man, why is it that I can't lip sync? Like, that's weird.
But she from what I heard, because I don't know, is that she likes, or she always has like a. From what I saw from the Power 106 Summer Jam, I think that's what it is, the Summer Jam. She came in right before her set with a drink. So like she's already pre-gamed. Yeah, she's already in the mood. So like that's all. But a lot of artists do that.
Yeah. So how about when they perform? Yeah. And they have their music playing. Yeah. And they're singing with their music.
Like over it.
Yeah, I guess they are singing over it.
Right now, that's becoming like the kind of the standard in hip hop, like especially with the
like
rap
rappers.
Now. I think an artist who does it all live, like how my team does it. It's almost respectable in a sense because it's a lot of energy. It's almost a workout.
And like anything can happen. Like,
anything.
That's why I like bands too. Bands are like live with instruments, and they're really good.
Like the thing, that's why they release live tracks, because the live track is not the same as like the track that is produced. Because the live track, you have different tones. You can hear different.
The crowd kind of almost.
Yeah, the crowd. They can switch up the lyrics. They can switch up anything they want.
Right.
And sometimes the live is better than what they produce. So that's why live. I would say would be the way to go instead of lip syncing.
Definitely. I mean, there's nothing wrong with performing it over your track.
Yeah, lip singing is different.
Lip singing is completely. Yeah, exactly. As if that's the performance. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah, what is the point?
I don't want to just see a body.
Let me play devil's advocate real quick, right?
Okay.
Let me put on my double horns real quick.
Oh shit.
So, but they're lip syncing, right? But in order for them to lip sync at that moment, they had to produce something.
Yeah, they have to there's a faint voice in their like. I'm like doing something.
I mean, for them to lip sync their song, they had to actually do that song. So in a way, they already made that song. But, okay, so why would they even lip sync though if they made that song already? Is it because they feel like they're not confident with themselves? Or?
It's a mixture of situations, because most of the time I think it is that artists are too either drunk, they're just too high, they're too anything that they can't perform. Yeah. Also, the other main thing is that they're nervous. Yeah. And another one is that they just naturally suck live. They can't,
or they don't care.
Or they don't care.
And they just want the money.
They just want the money. That's the crazy thing too. A lot of people just do it just so that way they can look good. Yeah. So their main focus is just looking like if they're gonna lip sync, they're gonna cover their mouth. Yeah. I noticed that with rappers too. When they lip sync, they cover the mic with their mouth like a lot.
Oh. I'll look out for that next time.
Yeah. Just like you know what I mean. And then so it just helps them out not get caught as much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen 21 Savage perform? Like not like live. I mean like on YouTube. Where he does that over. So he raps over his own music,
stuff,
right.
But it's funny because he'll only say like maybe the
certain words,
and then his hype man will say more words than him.
Yeah.
And then on YouTube, that's the comments. The comments will say, "Man, his hype man rapped more than his own, song."
Yeah. It's crazy nowadays too, because artists, it's when you have that much clout at that point, you can tell like you know what I mean, like I'm performing, but you just gotta hype it up. And then
so wait, before a performance, like is it before the performance start or at like? So like a day before you perform, right? Do you say like, oh man, I don't feel like singing, like could you just let me lip sync? Or at that day of the performance, could you just be like, oh, can we lip sync? Or can you like change it like immediately?
I think when it comes small venues,
yeah,
it's all up to the artists who actually do it.
Yeah.
Like maybe like the ones for like I go to, we have to do it. But if it's in a sense of Summer Jam, something big like that,
It's huge.
Yeah, I think them and the team of at that Summer Jam is prepared for anything. So they will have they will ask for the instrumentals beforehand, and they will ask for the writtens or like the actual tracks just in case.
So they'd be like, today, I ain't feeling it today, Chief.
Yeah.
Let me just hit that lip sync real quick.
Yeah, let me hit that.
Especially if you're on tour, right? Like imagine just singing every day.
Yeah, a lot of people can lose their voice. Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of people like after tours they can't talk after a while. They gotta like stop themselves from talking because
they probably get paid so much. Dude,
they do
while on tour.
Yeah, but
not only do they get paid. There's a lot of
that partying. Just overall partying is just
exhausting.
Crazy.
It's honestly exhausting. Yeah, and it's also a lot of people can't stand touring. That's the crazy thing.
There's some everyone's different, right?
Everyone's
they want
different,
to tour, some don't want to tour.
And also just being crowded in a small bus, with like bunkers and just like 4 people who fart and like shit.
Especially
constantly traveling.
Especially if one of them brings in an annoying bitch or some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Well, I would be conntronling that. Like if that was my show,
we could try that.
I mean, if it was my show,
so if 3 of us, right? We make a new group right now.
Okay. All right, who's the
3
star?
Kings.
You?
3 Kings.
Are you the star?
Am I the star?
Or all of us?
We're all the stars.
Okay.
Oh damn, I like that. Okay, yeah.
Equally, 1/3, right?
Yeah.
We're all the stars.
Yeah.
So what if I bring an annoying bitch on the
I'm gonna tell you straight up,
bus?
Chima.
You're gonna be like, no, you can't bring her. Are you guys?
Do you want to ruin our whole tour?
But like we've been childhood friends, and
see that's the thing. It all comes down to how much of annoying she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If she's like just wild out drunk annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're all drunk.
Like she's just throwing bottles at us. Like hell no. I'm gonna kick her off.
But what if she's just like talking annoying? Like, oh my god, Jerm, what are you doing?
I guess it's whatever. I'll probably out annoy her if anything.
Oh really?
My bottom line is when they try to input into the group.
Ooh.
When they when one they don't know anything about this, and 2 they weren't here for this.
Yeah.
So like they'll be like,
They're just there, man.
Yeah. They'll just be like, I think you should have not done the hook. Well, you weren't here when I recorded it, so you need to bring that out. All right, you need to take that outside. Yeah. So it's just one of those.
That's one of the worst.
It's called respect.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't go into your job and tell you you need to put that shit in there. You know what I mean? It's like
So what do you feel about groupies?
See, I mean, look, hey, all right, hey.
Because I saw some groupies at your venue the other day.
Ooh, Renzilla got some groupies?
See, that was the craziest thing about that thing, because I've never really had, like, specifically that many females in the front just cheering on. It was like the whole row was booked by females.
Yeah.
And for me, that was, like, one of a shocking thing, because before it was, like, it took us a while to get to this level.
Wait. Is that something done on purpose? Like they purposely placed the girls in the front, or because TV wise they would do that?
Oh, really? That's like a thing. They would like set up the situation. Really?
Yeah, you don't know?
Oh, I didn't know.
Like
that.
So, if you're watching American Idol, they're gonna put all the pretty girls in the front.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Did you know about that?
Nah,
you guys don't know about that?
Nah, I didn't know.
They
about
do that.
So is it like a screening process?
It makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
No, they literally just pick you. Like, but I could be wrong though because they're not recording.
Okay.
So maybe the girls just really like you.
Yeah.
The girls here, like, okay, so for BVBY Tulip, I thought her stuff was. I mean, after finding out she lip syncs, I mean, it doesn't.
Oh, that's.
Her music is dope.
Her music is dope. Like, it made me go to SoundCloud, and I am listening to her music right now.
She's pretty big on like Spotify and whatnot, or.
Oh, no, she doesn't have Spotify.
Okay, she's not big.
Oh.
No, she's not. She's not on that published game. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
But
hey, I know people that are just on Spotify and iTunes, and they're pretty big.
They're pretty popular with that. Yeah. It's
Just
all about marketing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Marketing, targeting your audience,
networking and all that stuff too. But BBBY, she was pretty sick. I like her music was cool and everything like that. I liked it, but the crowd still wasn't as big as it was for you.
Oh,
so when you were you the next one after BBBY or was it one more person?
No, we were.
Yeah. So when Renzo and his crew went on, dude, it was packed in there.
Yeah,
it was like super packed.
It was crazy too because I was.
Where were you guys?
I was on the dance floor.
Yeah, he was on the dance floor, probably like in the middle or like to the side. Yeah. It was crazy too because Chima came there early, like I was saying, like around 8. So like the crowd was dead, and I was just like, yo, just wait, like my homies are coming through, like we're not really on yet. And it sounds like one of those guys, you know, like it's gonna sound good, but like once like.
But you already know this wasn't like your first time.
Yeah, this wasn't this was probably like our 4th show.
You already know it's gonna be just lit.
Yeah, and we already had like already an estimated count. It's just none of our friends.
What was the estimated count?
Our count, at least for our group, I would say 20, maybe 30. I highly doubt 30, but like at least 20.
Okay, but then that's not including.
That's not including the other people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And the girls in front, those. Yeah,
but the thing is about those girls in front, I was a little scared.
They're young.
Because, they looked a little bit young, just a little bit, just a little. They're on that border of like.
You have to go for the ones with the drinks.
Yeah,
the one with the drinks. That's a very.
That's
good
like
point.
I guess.
Those some interesting people there too. I remember there was this girl. She was doing like this snake dance. I'm not sure if you saw her.
Oh,
she was doing like the snake dance or
one
something
with
like that.
her she was barely wearing any.
Yeah,
clothing.
she was barely. Yeah.
She's like wiggling around.
Yeah.
See, if you can't see, yo, I'm doing like a snake shit, yo. Yeah.
But you're on stage looking at it, or
no? She was like probably before, like in the. So every time there's a performance ends, there's like an intermediate break. So like it was probably.
And they play music in between the breaks.
Yeah.
And she's like doing this snake dance or whatever, like in the back.
You should have snaked through.
I just looked. I looked at her. I was like, oh, okay. I guess she's just having a good time.
No, she's having a good time.
Yeah.
I like seeing people having a good time, but I think honestly, and it's not to be anywhere rude, just for worrying about her safety. I think she was informed disabled. Because she was having trouble walking. Like around to the like around the club.
She had a weird walk.
She wasn't drunk. You don't think she was?
No,
drunk
she wasn't. Like it's something like you could tell. Like it's like something.
Okay.
It's like obvious, and so it's just.
There was one thing about the venue though that kind of didn't like.
Yeah.
But there were tables reserved.
Yeah, dude. Light everything. There's light on this table.
There's light on the tables reserved and everything.
Bright red seats.
They didn't open those tables up like at all. I mean, I don't know until like the main like act came. I don't know if they opened up the tables, but those tables were closed, and people were like asking like, "Hey, can we sit down here?" And they were like, "No, sorry, it's reserved or whatever like that."
But no one ever
sat there. No one ever came in and sat there.
Yeah. Well, Renzo could probably talk to them about that, right?
You're like, I need my crew here. Yeah.
It's for my crew. But yeah, so when Renzo's act and his group came up, like the thing was packed. Everybody was jumping up. It was super
energy
lit.
was vibing, yo. Energy was crazy. Yeah. Especially because like we opened up to like darkness, and then we came to the lights. Like we came open to the lights after that. So it was just the lights just like,
the lights just came on.
As I said that. But yeah, it was crazy. And what's crazy about it is like every track was like as the audience was just the same, like as an energy. It wasn't a track where it was like a little less. It wasn't. It was everything was great.
Yeah,
it was the best show I've
because
ever
from
did.
The difference between the first act and your act, I remember Josh. He was trying. He was like, "All right, everybody, I want everybody on the right side, put your hands up. Everybody on the left side, put your hands up.
No one.
Oh my god!
No one puts their hands up.
Okay, so
I know. See, that's what I'm like. No, man.
No, wait. So you're opening for what's the name again?
You got the next one. Yeah, September 26th. Whiskey Go Go.
Whiskey Go Go.
Yeah.
West Hollywood.
Yeah, from my brothers Illustrious and Malik.
West Hollywood.
Yeah, West Hollywood.
Shouts to them.
September 26th, opening for You God. We're gonna be the main opening act. So we're the supporters. We're the like around 11:45.
Yeah.
Or maybe like 10:45. I think 10.
So you're working with your whole team actually when you're up there. Oh, okay. It's not just you.
No, it's not just me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
sick.
Yeah.
Because when he's on stage, Malik he comes down.
Oh yeah.
He does his thing. Then Illustrious comes out.
Oh yeah.
You guys have a video? I want to see this.
Yeah, I could definitely show you. I have to definitely, dude. Yeah, I'll show you. Well, that's the funniest thing. There was so much going on, and everyone was vibing.
Yeah.
I only have Instagram and Snapchat stories.
That's okay.
Like because everyone was just only wanted to do like everyone was just vibing. No one really was.
Because when Illustrious, he's part of the crew. Like when he jumped, everybody else jumped. Like when he was jumping, everybody else jumped. When Malik was doing something, everybody else did.
Yeah.
It was pretty sick.
Yeah, it was crazy too. Is like what I've noticed with our shows, and that's the crazy thing. This is like one of my first major shows, like major where we actually give tickets out, sell them out to people, and all that.
Yeah.
But like, what's crazy about it is that we have crowd control. Like we have the ability to control the crowd.
Well, you're almost towards the end, right? So
yeah. So it's also but it's just crazy because like before we were like, you know, like still starting out, but now like we can like, you know, twos up. You know, people are actually throwing twos up. So it's just crazy. There's a difference between like, you know, opening and like having a show and controlling the crowd.
People cheering on. Like, people.
It's crazy.
We had encores. We people were screaming encores for us. They were like encore, but we can't do it.
Chima, you should get up on stage, man.
Okay, when I was watching,
how about all of us just be over there, like you know how like in those rap, and you just jump in the crowd, Travis Scott style.
Dude, when they were performing, I was like, man, I want to be on stage, dude. I want to be jumping with them, dude. That shit was sick, dude.
Yeah, it was crazy. Awesome. My other homie too, he was a surprise performance. So they would perform a song in the other shows, and he would have a part in it. But when he wasn't able to perform it, they would just go over it. But this performance, he was able to, and he just comes out from the crowd.
Yeah.
Comes out from the crowd, grabs a mic.
But they know your guys' music? So the music you guys are playing, is it your music or is it like?
Yes.
Okay.
It's all our music, yeah.
But is it known, like everyone knows the music?
Yeah. So we do have a fan base, which is crazy. We have a really good. Hey yo, shout outs to my fans.
What's your group called?
So the group's called Ghetto Minds That Play, but we also work with like another group that we work with is called Ill Music, and that's specifically like Illustrious and like his other people like Malik and all. Yeah. So like but. For what we do, it's like what we do. We work together and we try to help each other as much as we can. So we try to collab. We try to bring shows to each other. Yeah. But I will say though that it's one of the craziest things when you have a group. It's another crazy thing when the group's been with you since like high school. I've known these kids So these people, these brothers have been with me for like years, and they've like it's to a point where it's beyond music at this point. It's like. We're having like come over for a family barbecue time, have dinner with my parents, something like that, because we're gonna go eat. Yeah,
those are the people that you want to be with, man.
Oh hell yeah.
Like, you don't want to be with no like leeches.
That's
and
family.
Stuff like that.
That's family. Definitely. Yeah.
I want to be with leeches, but yeah, dude, that whole venue was lit. That was the first time like I ever like experienced like up close like a hip hop type venue and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that was my first. I what's crazy about that is that I did not practice anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was nothing. Everything I did at that set was just vibing. And what's crazy, I couldn't see anyone. So I was just like, if I'm not going to see anyone, I'm going to turn up by myself.
Oh, wait, you couldn't see anyone when you were on stage?
I couldn't. No, because
really?
One, I was sweating like hell. So the sweat was actually coming off my dreads and into my eyes. Or my braids, specifically. Yeah, my braids, and they were coming into my eyes. So... Pause. Pause. I had to throw that in there. I know. I heard that as I was looking at you too. I was like.
Did you make a reaction?
Pause. Yeah. I was looking at Renzo. Like I squinted my eyes. I was like, okay.
But see,
please say pause. Say pause. Say pause.
As soon as I said eyes, I said pause. Like right.
Yeah. You good.
Caught that. Yeah. But like, it was crazy too because as I was like shaking my head, the sweat was just spilling everywhere, like all over the table. Yeah. It was the craziest thing.
You need a towel, bro.
Exactly. They didn't give us any. Waters or towels.
Oh man, you need water.
Nothing, dude. They didn't give us anything. So I'm over there like drenched. I look like I just took a shower. And if you ever worked out really hard without wiping off, the sweat gets in your eyes.
It hurts.
It hurts. It burns. So I can't see shit. I can't see, and the lights are blinding me. So I'm just like, if I don't see anyone, I'm gonna make sure I look like I'm turning up. And I'm just gonna get myself. So I was just rocking out, dude. I was rocking, and from what I understand, like from what Chima's saying, is like that was like the best thing, like just like having that energy.
Yeah. Everybody was vibing up there, dude. Everybody was feeling it.
You guys had fun, Chima?
I had a blast.
Did you guys dance with some girls or what?
No, because I was scared. You were
scared.
I was scared. I didn't know the ages, but there was one. I'll tell you guys after.
Yeah.
When.
Oh, so there was someone at the.
You don't want to say it right now?
Huh?
You don't want to say it right now?
No, I think she was taken, but.
What's the problem?
Huh?
What that mean though?
I mean, she was super cute, but she. I think okay. We'll talk about it when the podcast is over. Sorry guys. Sorry to lead you on. But so when you play at these venues, so do you pay them, the venue, to play there, or? So
for that one specifically, it was all ran through Illustrious and Malik. So they did it. But from what I understand is that you have to sell X amount of tickets to meet the deposit you put down. Okay. So like you put down, so like you have to sell 44 tickets, and if you don't, you have to pay the rest.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we had. That's what we had to do. So, but we sold our tickets.
Okay.
So like it was it was a really good turnout.
Nice.
The funny thing about you though, bro, is like when you came up to me and you're like, man, I I thought Charlie was famous, bro.
Oh, okay. So, dude, when I went into this venue, right, and then Renzo's walking around, everybody's like, everybody's going to Renzo and be like, "Yo, what up, homie?" And
Renzilla, yeah.
Everybody's talking to Renzo, and our friend Charlie, I thought he was famous in the car scene. And I looked at Charlie, I was like, dude, I thought you were famous. But I looked at Renzo, I was like, Renzo's, dude, that's a whole different other fame right there.
Yeah, it's all about connections, man. I try to make that, but it's crazy. I got to give back to my fans, too. Every people that comes to my show, I know. So, like, I just say, hey, man, good to see you again. Yeah. It's crazy.
Like, speaking of fans, like, when the I'm going to be honest real quick. When the show was over, and then, when you was like, hey, you want to go speak to Illustrious, or you want to take a picture with him or whatever? I didn't want to be one of those, fan groupies or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I want to take a picture with him. Let me take a picture with him.
It's pretty big. I don't know.
I didn't want to.
Yeah, it's the venue or
no, the person.
Oh, Illustrious.
Yeah.
Well, it's just we're
or
still
Malik.
Or Malik too. Yeah. We're still making our name for ourselves.
Okay.
All of us. We're all still like.
But just take a photo already.
We're definitely getting up there.
Yeah, like low key, I wanted a photo. I wanted to talk to him.
Yeah.
Like, yo, dude, that was sick, man.
Yeah, man.
I didn't want to be one of those guys where
he's like, get away.
No, bro.
I didn't want to be those guys like that's sucking his dick or whatever like that.
No. Pause on that. Pause. Yo, I swear to God.
I mean, as metaphor.
He didn't pause though.
Okay. Just play.
There we go. Resume. There we go. Yeah,
So,
man. No, but for real, if you ever feel like that, bro, especially with us, you don't have to.
That's my whole thing about celebrities or people who perform or anything like that. I just don't want to. There's like celebrities that go to the gym that I go to,
right.
But I want to go up to them and be like, hey man, you did pretty good. But I don't want to be one of those guys that just bothers them. Like that's always in my head.
Yeah, me too.
I don't want to be one of those guys that just interrupting their day. Because I saw Illustrious and Malik, they were talking to a whole bunch of people. I just don't want to step in there and be like, oh, can I take a picture? And I didn't want to be one of those guys.
No, man, but if you ever feel the need to, that's the thing. Like, if you're ever at a show, don't ever feel if you have the opportunity, don't ever feel the need not to, because the artists know they're at a show, they're performing, so they know. But if like one thing I do know from like this line of work is that if you ever work with an artist, like in a same room type situation, treat them as a human. Because at the end of the day, we all are human. We all eat the same. We all we all shit the same. So put the pants on the same every day. So it's one of those where it's just, and they admire that too, because they don't like people like fangirling to them. It's just like treat them as a human, and then they respect that a lot. I would respect that too. Yeah. And so like for instance, if you ever see a guy at the gym, just be like, yo man, that's. I don't know how gym talk is. I don't know if it's creepy, but like,
hey bro, what's up, bro?
Yo, I like your reps.
I like that set you did, bro. Nah.
Yeah. But if you ever, that's what because I am too. Like even for me, I'm scared to.
Because like before even you guys went up, like Illustrious, I keep talking about Illustrious a lot.
What's going on? He follows him everywhere.
Lusty for Illustrious.
Yeah, my brothers. Yeah. No, they're dope people. Yeah, they're dope artists.
Yeah. So before the thing even started, he shook my hand. He was like, man, yo, thank you for coming out, dude. I really appreciate it. And that made me feel like, damn, like that's pretty sick. Like he's a good dude. Malik's cool too.
Yeah,
he's a good
they're
dude
both humble guys. We all came from nothing, dude. This is all like just from work over years of just knowing each other and dedication. Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. Him especially, he would love if you were to like come up to him and be like, yo, I love everything you did today at the show. Can I take a picture? He would love that, dude. Because that's one thing like we're slowly getting. That's the crazy thing. We're slowly getting to that point, and I'm realizing that as every show is. We're like, wow, we're almost there.
You think the fame would ever get to your head?
I would.
If you got to that point,
I would see. For me, I always try for what I am right now, like what I'm trying to reach for in the end point. I want to be famous, but also be behind the scenes famous in a sense of like. Everyone knows the Beatles, but they don't pop wise. But no one really knows the producer or the main engineer for the Beatles, and he's as important as that. So I want to be able to go to the supermarket and get my groceries without being, recognized as my.
I want to be recognized.
You want to be recognized? Yo, Jerm! Yeah.
I'll take a picture with everyone.
Jerm, yeah.
If that's the rest of my day, 8 hours, I'll take a picture.
Yeah, really? Photo with Jerm. Yeah.
I mean, you kind of you should take a picture with everyone. That's the way I see it.
No, it's dope too. It's just there's gonna be always those days where you just don't want to, or people get into these depression modes where they don't want to feel like doing anything for like months. So like imagine being watched constantly. You can't go out to supermarkets. It's like it gets to an artist. But it's crazy though, yeah.
Because the thing about that is, you know, sometimes these celebrities, when somebody asks for an autograph or whatever, a picture, the celebrity is like, oh no, man, like, you know, I'm not feeling it today.
Yeah,
or
I'm not feeling it. Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Yeah.
And then the guy is like,
I
you're an
like,
asshole.
I feel like they should at least say that though. You know, some people don't even want to say that. They just ignore
some
you.
of the celebrities.
Like, celebrities.
Yeah.
They'll just ignore you, walk away, or they'll just say like yell at you.
Yeah.
But they should at least say like, not right now.
Yeah, man. Like, but
at least say sorry.
Yeah.
That's like such a for me. That's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry too. You know.
Yeah,
but some people, even if you do say sorry to them, some people it just doesn't click in their head. Sometimes they're just like, oh no, you deserve to, and I deserve this. Like I need a photo. Like I deserve this photo because you're a celebrity. You're a 24/7 celebrity. So like, no, dude. Like you said, like everyone's human. You know, everybody got treated the same, you know. But
all right, guys. So we're actually out of time.
We are out of time.
It's hot in this room.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I know. Time flies when you're having fun.
Wow,
you had no idea.
I had no idea.
How long did you think it was?
I honestly thought
2 minutes.
I was like, this was 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure I got hella time. Wow, man.
No, yeah. So we have this this time in front of us.
Yeah.
And like when I look down and I look up, every time I look up, like 10 minutes went by. I was like, what? What's going on?
Yeah, my first is always like 20 minutes. I'm like, dang, 20 minutes already?
Yeah. Wow. But so that's it, guys.
Yeah, we're all out of time.
We're all out of time.
Hey, I'm ready for this Chima story.
I just want to say, hey, I appreciate everything you guys have done.
Oh no,
man.
thank you.
Thank you guys for supporting me.
No, man, no problem.
Yeah,
dude.
everything you guys done.
You put out good stuff. You know, I only support good stuff. Not to sound like an asshole. But.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. And I don't want yes mans either. So I love that you're honest with me.
Yeah. So,
and Renzo, if you want, we could put one of your songs at the end of this podcast.
Oh, I would love
whatever one you want. We'll put like an extra extended like 3 or 5 minutes.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, we can just go vibe it out. Yeah,
that'd be sick.
Hell yeah, man. Hey,
thank you.
Shout outs to the Hideout Podcast. You know what I mean? Every Sundays to Tuesdays. Every
we don't even know.
Yeah.
We don't even know.
Let's just say Monday. Sunday, Monday.
Subscribe.
Monday, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Every week you're gonna get
You're gonna get one.
You're gonna get it whether you like it or not. You're gonna get it.
Exactly, yo. Yeah, but man, it's your boy Renzilla. Yeah, man.
Oh, so what else do you have going on? Like, did you want to shout out your event again?
Yeah. Okay, Whiskey Go Go, September 26th. All right, opening for you guys. All right, Illustrious and Malik. Check us out. It's Lil I, capital LL, and then rest is Illustrious.
Yes.
Regular and Malik. Yes. All right, Malik McPherson. All right.
If you're in the LA area, it's on West Hollywood or it's on Sunset.
Sunset around there.
Sunset.
Also, right. Malik is also coming out with a tape.
Hey.
Yeah. You guys heard it first here. Coming out with a tape.
It's coming out.
It's coming out. Yeah. Okay. It's in the works right now. So low.
Okay.
All right? Oh so low. All right.
So low.
Oh so low.
All right.
And that's pretty much. Oh, we also got a couple music videos coming up too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yo,
I'll give you guys some sneak peeks too before at the end.
Can I get in the background and be like?
I would love to, bro. A Chima cameo. Yo, I swear. I'm gonna get Jermain here too.
Everybody everywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the Hideout Podcast in some of my cameos.
Hey,
I swear.
you.
Definitely. Yeah,
thank
but man,
you.
follow your boy Renzilla the Killer at the
at
the
IG.
real at IG. Yeah,
IG.
The real Renzilla for SoundCloud. Everything.
Hey.
Follow me on Spotify. Everything. I'm on all social media. All service streaming services. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to this very special podcast today.
Hey.
If you, I always screw this part up. I always say if you're on or whatever. Okay, so if you have YouTube, Spotify, or iTunes, we're on there. Just search the Hideout Podcast.
Give us a rating too, by the way, on iTunes.
I need that 5. We need that 5 stars. Yo, send a donation our way too. We need a cool money.
New mic.
Donate. Yeah, we need it to the equipment. All right, donate to the Germ charity right now. Discover.
We're using our money. Just for you guys.
Just for you.
Oh yeah. Hey. Real quick, shout outs to Sweden.
Yo,
shout outs to Sweden, yo.
You're going for your team Sweden right now?
Yo, Team Sweden. As far as I know, they got the most listeners. Yo, Sweden.
Well, all right, quick update. UK passed them.
Oh,
yo,
Sweden, you need to catch up. I can't be caught lacking like that. Yo, UK. Shout outs UK.
That's funny. All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening.
Hey.
If you have any topics that you wish for us to discuss, like I said before, your baby mom's cheating on you with your father or whatever thing like that, just let us know at thehideoutpodcast@gmail.com.
Follow that. Request your boy Renzilla if you need me back.
You could. Technically, you guys could do that if you want a special guest.
Yeah,
if you want to be on our podcast yourself.
Oh yeah,
just email us.
And we could talk about whatever you want.
I'm sending an email now. I'm gonna send
Hey, did you block him? All right, we're done.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Gang.
smoking too like something new.